Hi, this is Raja. I'm giving the presentation on the drone using for the blood transportation in the resource method. Let's start with the introduction. Blood banks are worldwide facing the considerable difficulties in ensuring the high quality of the blood products timely and safe provisions. Blood transfusions are necessary for situation involving the huge blood loss due to the bleeding during the pregnancy or childbirth. Similarly, blood transfusions are required for the patients suffering from severe anemia, victims of violence and traffic accidents with the significant blood loss, and the individuals requiring complex surgeries. Subject area. Drones are employed in various odd jobs around the world, like photography, weather forecast, disco operations, and sports. And nowadays, using the large load carrying capacity in operators in poor weather conditions. Drones are for blood transportation could improve the time and availability of the blood supplies for the medical use. This is a problem definitions. Product scope. Transferring the blood and other medical supplies from the recognized healthcare facilities to distant locations or villages can be expensive and time consuming. We want to use drones for the blood transportation to improve the timely availability of the blood supplies in difficult to reach areas. Objectives: around the maximum quantity of the blood can be transported at a time, and we can use a single charge how the drone can be covered. Check the availability of the blood and viability of the blood for the medical use upon the arrival at the remote distance. Find way improve the range and blood carrying capacity. If methods are successful, implement then changes. If the methods are unsuccessful, refine and changes. Proposed experiment. We will fly blood to the remote distance to check the range and capacity of the drum. We will also check if the temperature of the package will remain in the safe limits and whether there was any contamination. Proposed research methods. We'll fly blood to the remote distance to check the range and capacity of the drone against the manufacturer specification in a real scenarios. We'll also check if the temperature of the package remained in the safe limits and whether there was any contaminations. Proposed research methods. We will collect the observational data and alongside conducting the interviews and questionnaires with the medical presence. Data collection, source, and collection. This is a proposed research methods like what we're doing with the what kind of methods, what kind of technology we using in the proposed research paper can be explained here. The proposed project plan. Get the data of the remote areas that need to be covered. Find out which areas are identical candidates for the blood delivery for drones. We'll collect the flight data of the drones by varying distance and payloads first hand and interviewing personal handling drones at medical centers. We will collect the data related to the quality of the blood, both center and receiver side also. We will arrive the optimal route of the payloads. This is the timeline for the project taking the 2, 3, 4 months, and the potential cost and risk issues. The biggest cost component will be the acquisition of the drones traveling to the remote locations and primary health care centers on regular basis will incur the transportation cost. Drones may be lost due to the unfortunate situations and candidates collision may occur physical damage to the drones. This is a personal reflection for drones so far. The proposed research on usage of the drones for the blood transportation has given me a insight into the research methodology carried out and what are the steps involved in the research methods. I gained the knowledge on how to get data collection using the questionnaires, surveys, reports, and the observations, and how the data collected data is analyzed using various statistical softwares. And finally, the interpretation of the collected data. This is my overall presentation, and this is references I got from the previous research papers. Thank you for the